Hi, I'm Tyrus Rex. This is Alan. Welcome to Swords of Gurrah training. Today we will be teaching you how to use the Greatsword.
Do you know how to use that thing?
Yes.
So, Alan, please describe to us what the Greatsword is.
Well, the Greatsword is a long green sword, essentially, and it's red. Unlike the green sword, it has a lot slower recharge time. Like, here, Race, if you want to come here with the green sword and show our training dummy. For example, if he hits it on the ground first, you'll see how quick it recharges compared to the Greatsword, which recharges much slower.
Oh yeah, I
Now
definitely
you'd
see
say,
that.
yeah, and you'd say, oh well, why would you use it? Well, on a headshot at full power, it'll do 75 damage, as you can see.
Go ahead and show the
And so you
camera.
can two-tap
Oh,
somebody
guess not.
really easily. And with leg shots, I think it's like 3, but typically you want to go for chest and head. But yeah, and also it's got a really large blocking volume, so if someone tries to stab you, you got a large amount of space. You got the handle and the blade if you harden.
Oh
And if
wow.
your blade gets broken, you can still block. I personally like blocking one-handed and just going where if they're gonna stab me here, I block here, you know? But you can also do two hands, one broken, you can just block, you know? And yeah, that's really
Alright.
the rundown of it.
So, okay, cool. Okay, Alan, do you mind explaining to us what the functions are of this weapon? Does it harden? What parts of it block? Just to go over it.
Well, this blade does indeed harden. It's probably the best part about this weapon because you've got a large area to block with. Its
Obviously.
main effectiveness is its range, its high damage, and its ability to block really well one-handed or just even with the blade.
Oh, one-handed, really?
Downside, yeah, so you can just, if you want to try to stab me, if you try to swing towards my head left side,
Oh
just
yeah.
block
Alright.
like that, so you can block.
Oh
Or
damn.
you can use a full harden, and you can, if you try to hit above, I can block and go for a riposte or stab you anywhere,
Mhm.
you know. And also recharge times, it's really slow. I wouldn't recommend it.
So just don't break your. So the number one rule: don't break your blade on the ground.
Yeah, that too. Don't do that. But if you block, like if it's full power, when you hold your blade out, if you parry, this whole thing's a parry. So when you do that, it'll recharge quick.
Oh, cool.
So including the here, if you hit near it's a little lower than that, but that's a parry.
So this part
yeah,
on down.
Yeah, it's a parry.
So that's
But
a
then
really
everything
small
else-
part on the blade.
On the blade, but you got this whole entire hilt that parries. So
And-
typically you want to hit with the hilt, I'll do it one-handed. You hit, then you go for the hit, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it also does a lot of damage. Like here, that should. Do
Yeah. That
damage.
did 36. I was at
36.
100. I went 100 now. Oh well.
Oh yeah.
I was at 100 now. 36.
Yeah. So it can do up to 75 damage on headshot, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So you mind showing off some defensive and counter moves?
Well, let's say we got your standard training dummy trying to attack you with Greatsword. If he goes for the head, typically you want to try to block either there's multiple stances, you can hold it trying to guard each side. Typically you want to mirror what they're doing. So if he's going for my left, you'd want to block to your left. If he's angling it to the right, you can go over like that, you can go like that. If they're going for head, typically it's full block. You want to try to use your entire blade to be parallel to it. So if he's going for a stab though, typically you want to either swat it out or hold it in front of you. So if he's trying to stab the side of your head, you block it to. I kind of missed, but you'll hold it to the side, and just block. So you want to use as much as you can, just minimize the chance of you getting hit.
And how would you use a one-handed technique? I just noticed you were saying earlier.
Let's say I whiff terribly and I miss. Okay, he goes for a hit. Just block with your one hand.
And then it gives you a parry.
Yes, if it's fully recharged. So if it's mid recharging and I break his blade, it's still gonna recharge normally.
Oh, okay.
But if it's a fully charged and I go for that, it recharges and I can go for a hit. So it's great.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Any
I'll make
counter?
sure
Yeah,
someone-
any counters that you can possibly do? So, like if he goes in and like
Well, let's say he tries to stab me in the chest. So, try to stab me. I'll block like that and go either for the head, or I'll go for a leg sweep. Also, leg sweeps. Typically, you have enough blocking volume where you just hold it at chest height, and it will go far enough down where you can just block it.
oh, so
You
like
go like, yeah.
so
if wanna
like
try
you can
stab-
just go like from here, right? And it's
yeah,
just
just go down.
oh
here.
shit, yeah, I'm noticing that. I just noticed that it just
Yeah.
covers the whole body.
So it's really good for that. I think this is more a defensive weapon with a high damage, but it's also like if you miss, or if you if you hit blade on blade, he's gonna recharge quicker and he's gonna be able to hit. Though, if let's say we hit, he tries to stab me, I block, then I got a sword able to stab me. So,
Nice.
because it's like, but if it's like Greatsword v Greatsword, you're gonna have the same recharge time. But stuff that's quicker, if yours is still recharging and they try to go for a hit, you block it before it's done recharging, you can easily go for a hit. So,
Okay, cool. Now how would you just purely offensive? Purely offensive. So like you initiate the attack first. How would you go?
you can do, I think there's like 3 main ways. You either go for torso if he's like guarding, like let's say he's guarding his head, you just go for stab. Typically what I like doing is going for the overhead swing, where you go like this, almost like a rainbow, you go above their blade. So if they're blocking like, chest, like they're just holding it like here, and you just go above, right?
Okay.
Another
So
one
it's
would
good
be,
for stabbing?
I think it's really good for both. Like you can slash their face or you can stab their face. I really don't find there's much of a difference. Like another one would be leg sweep. If they're like holding it up, really blocking their head, well, you just go for leg sweep, and it
how
doesn't do
much
that much damage.
how much does the
maybe
leg
it's
sweep does again?
I think it's like 3 to 4 shot. Here, let's just, how much damage? Like.
Oh, it does. You knocked him down to yellow.
30.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30. So that'd be
30,
3 to, depending how much damage you do, I'd say like 3 to 4 shot. If you, I think torso, it's like, if you go for a stab,
Mhm.
50.
Oh wow, 50. That was 50
Yeah.
damage.
And then, you can just go for a finisher and just stab him in the face. So,
Nice.
one thing I really like about this, if you're really quick with your hands, if you do boxing or just really quick, you can easily, like, if he comes over here, he's blocking, standard. And same goes with most weapons, but this one especially, because you've got the ability to, like, with like a greensword, you've got a little bit of weight to it. So like, if you try to stab, there's going to be a slight thing. But with this, if you go punch out with your right arm while using your left as an anchor,
Alright.
you can like go pretty quick.
So it's like you just go boom. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
like
I
that.
just
It goes-
noticed that.
yeah.
Holy shit.
So look at this. So let's say he's just sitting there. He's already down to like 7 or 25 or something. So, and you can do the same thing with most things. So you can go like that, or like you can go for a leg sweep pretty quick, or like arm. Typically, a lot of this is like circular motion.
So
you
are you
attack
just
here?
are you going to just sorry for interrupting, but are you just this is like the first it's like the bottom arm always like anchored?
Your dominant arm is your one you're gonna punch out with and like really attack with. Your left arm's more support.
Alright, because I noticed like with your left arm, if you're a righty, if you're left arm,
Yeah,
it's
if you're
not
lefty,
right.
you'd go like this, and with your left arm you'd attack.
Yeah, I noticed that
With
you're
your
not.
Right arm,
I noticed
yeah,
you're like
right
not
arm,
really
you're direct,
moving.
Left arm,
this.
you kind of use as support.
Yeah.
Another thing that can really trick people out. Once you already got the basics down. Let's say, you're going a lot of right attacks or like up attacks. You're not really going to stab much of this way because it's going to take longer than if you go like that and going all the way around. You can switch up your hands and go for a stab, or like switch it up. It's like you can use it both ways. It's easier with your dominant arm to do it like this, but if you switch it up and you know how to use your left hand too, you can mess them up. So
Cool. Well, let's do some sparring and average greensword training dummy versus Alan. Let's see how it does.
well, yeah, you touched tips at the beginning, so
Yeah, touch us at the beginning, obviously. Alright, let's see how we do here.
What we do here is go back.
I haven't really done any damage. So there we go.
So I noticed it's a very defensive weapon, and you're looking for your strikes because it only takes a very few amount of strikes to actually kill him. So you're just mostly playing defense, right? And then
another strategy is if you're really quick, hold your blade out here. So if they try to go for a leg, because obviously you're not going to attack there, you block downwards. So like, here, let's just do normal spar. So, and then if I hold it up here, he's gonna obviously go for lower shot. If you're quick enough, not right there, but if you're quick enough, you might be able to block his downward strike.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So, another cool thing, if you really want to do like style on them, you jump and you go for an under.
So wait, hold up. I gotta see this. You jump up high, so jump up high and then go down.
Yeah, so either you jump and follow through, but if they're going up the block, you know, if I jump and they're gonna block mid-jump, you can easily just go sweep like that. But if they don't block, you can easily jump and hit them. So,
alright.
And if you jump really high, you can really reach around. So.
Alright, you and me?
Sure.
Let's see what it's like to get owned by this weapon.
Kinda lit, but it should be good.
Yeah, I should have been defending my head there, but yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. It's more of an opportunity. I would call it instead of calling it a defense weapon, it's more of an opportunistic weapon.
Yeah. And if you're in group fights too, if you have a lot of people holding a lot of blades, you just go for like a sweep, and you can like take out almost all their blades with one sweep.
Oh, so it's kind of like the battle axe in like the last episode with Race Crispy teaching that, right? Yeah, check out that video, by the way.
Yeah, that one's also pretty good. I know Ray's pretty well. He knows me pretty well. We're both from Pavlov, so.
Cool.
You know.
Anyways, so yeah, I mean, like, is there any counters to this weapon? Like, if you're playing as this weapon, what weapon should you be watching out for?
It all depends on the style that they play. Like Race, if you want to grab your battle axe, you'll see. Like normal battle axe, like a newer player, it's probably easier. But if you have somebody who like knows how to play, you know, you're gonna see this, and it's like, sure, it can get parry, but really, he just keeps blocking because most pole arms, it's gonna be that the pole arms will really screw you up. But if you get something like a spear, Race, all right, so a spear. If you're in a duel, typically you want to try to block where they're going to strike. So block out, go for a leg sweep or go above, depends where they're going. Another strategy is if they're going to like try to stab you, like if they're like in a point at you can block with that, you get a parry and then you can stab them.
So just hit him with one hand, the one-handed kind of buckler kind of
like
sway,
rush.
and
like
then
if you rush, like here, if you hit anything that's like that, you'll get a parry, right?
Oh yeah, just like it was the great axe, it was a battle axe, right? You just run with the button because
you rush one hand, and then thing is though, if they're both recharged, if you both parry, nobody will parry. So like if we're like that, yeah, well you'll hear the sound, but there won't be any recharge thing. What you want to do is you want to hit his top of the blade, then you'll get a parry and you'll be able to hit. So,
nice. You know. All right.
If you really want to like silence somebody, typically spinning attacks are like, you know, spinning around can be fun. So.
Oh, okay. So you can get like a literal Darth Maul or a Darth Vader on.
Yeah, because like most of the time when you're like backwards to your opponent, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, he's not gonna stab me. But then you swing around, you don't even really have to know like where they are. With so much range and reach, you can really like get a lot of distance, right? So you can just. It's great.
All right. Well, is that everything?
Pretty much. I mean, yeah. It's just. I think it's a good all-rounder weapon.
All right. So, closing remarks.
I only use Greatsword, so I don't know. Like, I know how to counter other weapons, but I've never really used those weapons. So, I think it would be better if you know how other weapons play, like from first-hand perspective. Like, if you play Axe and you play Greatsword, I say give this a shot. Either to learn how to play it or learn how to counter it, because I think the best way to learn is kind of know what your enemy's gonna do. So
okay,
I don't know. Yeah.
So that was the Greatsword. Thank you very much for watching. Please continue watching this video series. And this has been Alan. Alan, can we find you on any social media platforms, YouTube, anywhere?
Yeah, just in the description you'll have my YouTube channel, and yeah, I just got some Pavlov stuff on there, so
Cool.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, just Alan.
Yeah. Anyways, check him out. You can definitely find this guy anywhere in the Swords of Gurrah. He's always on. He's a great dude. And I hope you learned something. Of course, you're not gonna be good at this the first time around. But if you keep on trying over and over again, you get good. And that's what the objective of these video series is to make you an excellent Swords of Gurrah player and to help you find your main weapon. Anyways,
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you for watching and draw.